Well, it looks like we got ourselves a bit of an old-fashioned first appearance controversy. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video with Swaggle. And in this one, we need to talk about how this is the wrong book. The wrong book is what a lot of people in the comic collecting world are screaming on their social media, saying, why are people FOMOing into this book when they should be FOMOing into this book? Or maybe FOMOing into this book? Or actually FOMOing into this one here? Or no, not that one. We should actually all be buying this one. Or no, actually this one, because this was the first one of the books that we should be FOMOing. So in this video, we need to talk about this FOMO controversy, which is the actual book that people should be buying. And at the end of the day, does it actually matter? Well, I'm actually going to give my thoughts towards the end of the video, but for now, we're going to talk about all these Dr. Doom keys. But of course, before I get into the video, if you guys could like, comment, subscribe, I would appreciate it. Helps support the channel doing those things. But let us get into this video here today. Now, of course, you guys already know the story. We got Robert Downey Jr. playing Dr. Doom, and this is the book that went crazy on the secondary market, Infamous Iron Man #1. But there's a lot of people that have been saying how that's not the book that people should be buying. In fact, I actually agree with them. The real answer to which book people should be buying is actually Fantastic Four #5, the first appearance of Dr. Doom. This is the only book that actually matters. I would also accept Tales of Suspense #31, first appearance of Dr. Doom as a prototype, or maybe Fantastic Four #6, or maybe Fantastic Four #10, or Fantastic Four 16, or ASM #5, or Fantastic Four Annual 2, or FF39, or Avengers 25, or FF57, FF59, Daredevil 37, Daredevil 38, FF84, Marvel Superheroes #20, and all of the other awesome books that you can see right here. But of course, I digress on these. We have to talk about the real books that people should be FOMOing on. Of course, I'm talking about Exiles #23. What if Iron Man Demon in an Armor #1, Iron Man 150 and 149, Marvel Team Up 2, and also Marvel Team Up 3. We're not going to talk about this one yet, Marvel 2 and 164. I will be talking about this one later this week. You can count on that. And then, of course, Infamous Iron Man #1. Now, a lot of people have been sort of speculating, well, here we have Tony Stark coming into the MCU once again, but this time as Dr. Doom. So therefore, there must be a book that actually has, a connective tissue to, what we're going to see in the movie, even though technically speaking, nobody has any idea what we are going to be seeing yet. Nobody actually knows the answer. But I guess that's a little bit of, a preview of what I'm going to conclude this video in saying. It doesn't actually matter what anyone thinks, because at the end of the day, the market is going to do what the market is going to do. And so far, the market says that they want this book. This is the one that sells the most. This is the one that has the cover that people like. And this is the one that people want to buy. But it is true that this book right here is only the first appearance of, the digital version of Tony Stark. And then that digital version goes into the Dr. Doom body or whatever it is. So, is it a loose connection to what we might be seeing? I mean, maybe. Is Tony Stark a variant? Or is it just Dr. Doom happens to look like Tony Stark? We don't actually know. Or insert Robert Downey Jr. what I said with Tony Stark. That's what I'm getting at in terms of what they're going to do with the actual MCU movie. But a lot of people have been pointing to this book right here, which is Marvel Team Up #2 by Robert Kirkman. Here you see the preview pages. This is actually the cameo of this. It's Marvel Team Up #3, where you get the full appearance of this character as this. But essentially what you see here in these panels is Tony Stark going into the Dr. Doom outfit right there. So Key Collector breaks it down as first cameo appearance of Tony Stark as Dr. Doom from an alternate dimension. So as far as people are concerned, people are saying, hey, this is the book that everyone should be buying. And if we hop over to eBay, we do see that people are buying it. Here's a slash price of $49, $38 right here with $21 shipping from the UK. I hope that book makes it overseas. $45 slash price right here, $49 slash price, $39 there's Marvel Team Up #3. This one is the first full appearance. And then we have a $50 right here, a $37 right there. So there's still value going into this book, but not at the same level and same frequency that we have been seeing with Infamous Iron Man #1, where we now consistently seeing it. sell at that $90, almost $100 price point. Here's a $70 one right here. So still a lot of big numbers coming into this book right here. Here's a $100 copy being advertised as a near mint plus. But does it make sense to buy this Marvel Team Up number 2? I mean, there's this book right here. What if Iron Man Demon in Armor number 1 seems to be getting hot? And this is Dr. Doom transfers his mind into Tony Stark's body, while Stark is transferred into Doom. So we have the old classic Freaky Friday setup for this book right here. And as you can see, there's a lot of comic collectors that believe in this one. $159 sale for this book right here. Slash price $149, $200 for this book. $60 earlier in the day. You snooze, you lose. 120 before that, 184, 115, 120, 130. I mean, this one is actually leading the pack in terms of it being, pretty pricey, pretty expensive. I mean, here's a 9.6 that went for $700. Now, this is a book that came out in 2010, and maybe it's a little harder to find than that of, the infamous Iron Man number 1. I mean, granted, there's probably still a ton of copies out there, but I would imagine that this was a series that didn't sell as much as, the Bendis book that came out in 2016. But you can actually see how much this has been gaining steam. I mean, earlier, the other day, it was only a $40 book. I mean, if I keep scrolling down, I can see that the prices get lower, $28 here, $30 here. So it is crazy how much this has been creeping up. And I think one of the reasons why this book has picked up so much steam as of late is because, one of the bigger YouTube channels, I think it was the Cosmic Wonder or something like that, did a speculation that perhaps this is the story that, this potential MCU storyline is going to be pulling from. But is that really the book that people should be buying? I mean, we have this book right here, Exiles number 23, first appearance of Tony Stark in an alternate reality where he's ruled as Iron Man, monarch of Earth, and wore the cloak of a defeated Dr. Doom. So maybe that's the story that we're going to be getting, right? I mean, maybe we're going to have a variant of Tony Stark who, killed Dr. Doom in his universe and then took up the mantle of Victor Von Doom. And this is one that has also been gaining steam. I mean, it's $60 here, $70 here, $38.50 with international shipping of $25, $75 right here. And this is the book that actually came out first, right? I mean, 2003 is earlier than 2011, which is earlier than 2016. So this is the book that everyone should be FOMOing in. Except for the fact that we also have this one right here, Iron Man 150 and Iron Man 149, classic Bronze Age books, where it says Doom Quest Part 1, a 2-issue series that established Dr. Doom as a major foe of Iron Man, and also one who has many formidable similarities to Tony Stark. And of course, we have this iconic John Romita Jr. cover that everybody likes. I mean, this has been sort of a minor key for a long time, but now these are the books that people are starting to FOMO into. And if we check in on these ones and see what they're selling for, I mean, we see that 149, it's not going for a tremendous amount of money, but, it's moving out there in the market. $10 sale here, slash price, $44 for the two, $25 sale right there, $49 for the pair. We have another slash price, another slash price. I mean, a lot of sales for this book. I mean, certainly $150 with the cover is always going to be more desirable. You have a $20 sale here, $53 for a higher grade. 44, 30, 49. There's a $2.99 sale for a 9.2, with these two facing off. I mean, again, it's a really cool book regardless. I mean, this is one of those books that, people would have been able to sell for $20, even without getting the announcement that we did for this, Robert Downey Jr. team up. But it's really funny because I see a lot of people on social media arguing over which is the really real book to pick up, which is the real one, which is the one that actually is going to tell the story that we're going to get in the MCU. And the reality of it all is that nobody actually knows what the story is. It doesn't actually matter if, they're going to do the digital whatever, Tony Stark, and he's going to go into Dr. Doom's body or whatever the case is. It doesn't actually matter. At the end of the day, the market is going to do what the market does. It's going to pick the book that it wants, and it's going to FOMO on that book. I mean, like I already said at the beginning of the video, the book that people should be buying, technically, is this one, FF5. But not everyone can afford FF5, right? So they move on to whatever they deem is the next best thing, and they look at this, and they look at that cover, and they say, hey, it's Iron Man, it's Dr. Doom, it's the two of them coming together, Robert Downey Jr. is doing the double casting thing. Therefore, this is the book that reminds me of that thing that I like. And I'm just going to buy this one. And at the end of the day, we all know what it is. None of these modern books are really going to hold up any value over the long term. I mean, this is just sort of a flash in the pan. So whatever people want to buy is what they want to buy. And there's nothing we can really do to stop that. There's so many great Doctor Doom books that people could be picking up, like Marvel Superheroes number 20. I'm sure you could find a low-grade copy for $100. I mean, what a fantastic cover. Or these books, Daredevils, FFs, Avengers 25, ASM 5. All of these things are great purchases. But it's not up to me to decide what they should be buying. It's up to the individual to buy whatever they want. And right now, everybody's buying everything, but they're buying this one more. Anyways, that's all I got for this one. That was me doing a little bit of a market report on all of the books that Doctor Doom has been selling in terms of the Iron Man Doom crossover. What do you guys think about this overall? What do you guys think is the quote-unquote real book to buy? Do you think it's this one right here, the What If? Do you think it's Exiles 23? Do you think it's infamous Iron Man number 1? I mean, I already know what your guys' answer is. You guys are going to agree with me that it's FF number 5. But at the end of the day, people are going to buy what they want to buy. And there's nothing you can really do to stop them. I mean, if you wanted a modern book, I might go down here and actually pick up Vengeance 6, the Gabriel Del Otto cover. I mean, how badass is that one? If you just want a cool Doctor Doom book, I mean, this one can't be that expensive, right? I guess it doesn't have Iron Man on it. So maybe I'm wrong. Anyways, that's all for this video. Let me know what you guys think about this controversy. More to come this week. A lot of other books to talk about. I'm coming for you, Marvel Team Up number 64. Y'all should be buying Marvel Team Up number 65. That's how I feel. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. More on that later. Anyways, thanks so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. See you on the next video.